Hi, my name is Mina Roby. I'm a health and wellness coach. And the video today is part of the Salvation Army's Family Enrichment Program. It's teaching families to eat better and live healthier. The video today, we are making black bean soup. It is so simple and delicious. You're going to want to have it at least once a week. These are the ingredients. It's 2 cans of black beans, some cumin, chili powder, garlic, and onion. So we're going to start off with chopping our garlic. We've got most of the garlic chopped, but I want to show you what a garlic clove is and this is a head of garlic. And when you break it apart, you'll have a clove of garlic. So we've already got a couple. They're different sizes. So I've got a couple of cloves. You smash it a little bit. Ooh, let me get that out of the way. Give it a little bit of smash, and then the peel will come right off. Then we're going to chop it up and then add our chopped onion to it as well. And we're going to just soften up and brown not brown, but we're going to just cook the onions and garlic just for a little bit before we add the beans to it. Black beans are a delicious and such a nutritious protein source. They're really low in fat, they're very low in calories, and they're very, very versatile. They're extremely delicious too. You can do so much with black beans. This recipe is just a black bean soup, but you can add them to any soups. You can make refried beans with them. You can do lots of stuff with them. So we've got a couple tablespoons of olive oil heating in our pot, and we're going to add our onions and garlic. A little bit of salt here. So a little bit of salt in here. And then we're going to drain our black beans in a colander, but we're not going to rinse them off. And after the onions and garlic cook for just a few minutes, then we'll add the beans and the seasonings. The onions and garlic have been cooking for about 5 minutes. Now we're going to add the beans and the seasonings. Remember, this is 2 cans of black beans that's been strained in the colander, but they haven't been rinsed. So you got a little bit of that juice in there. Now we're going to add 1/4 teaspoon of cumin. There we go. I always go a little bit heavy on my spices and my seasonings. And 2 teaspoons of chili powder. Both of these seasonings are really good, basic, staple seasonings to keep in your pantry. Now we're going to add a tad more salt. And you're not going to believe how quickly this comes together. This recipe comes together. The onions and garlic were only cooking for about 5 minutes. Now we've added our seasonings and our beans. We're going to add 2 cups of water. If you have vegetable broth or chicken broth, you can use one of those too. It'll just add a whole bunch more flavor. There we go. We're going to add water, and then we're going to turn it up. Let it come to a boil, and then we're going to put the lid on and turn it down to a simmer. That means it's just barely boiling on low with the lid on it for about 15 minutes. Okay, our black bean soup has been simmering for about 15 minutes. That is seriously how long it takes. I stirred it a couple of times. And now we're going to finish it off by mashing it up a little bit. So you can use a potato masher or an immersion blender. And I'm going to do both just to show you what it is. We're going to, because this will thicken it up. We'll do the same thing you can make when you see refried beans, how people make refried beans. And make it a little bit thicker. Some of the beans will be mashed in some way. It just is a really great, great texture. You can absolutely eat it just like this. Soup just like this, but we're going to go ahead and mix it up just a little bit. An immersion blender is simply a small blender that you put into the pot when you want to mix something. See? Just kind of mixes it around a little bit. Pulverizes part of it, not all of it. But again, we'll get the same results with the potato masher. All right, there you go. It's delicious. I'm going to show you a couple of toppings to put on it too. You can serve this soup over white rice if you want to, or quinoa. That's delicious. And we're going to put a couple toppings on it. If you have some fresh cilantro, that is really delicious with it. I happen to have some jalapeno slices. Put a few of these on here. They're pickled jalapeno. Some fresh tomato right on top. And I have an avocado. Why don't you see how we're going to slice up the avocado on here? When you buy your avocado, make sure it's soft. Sometimes it'll be really hard. Well, you can buy it when it's hard, but you won't be able to use it right then. It needs to be pretty soft when you use it. You simply cut it in half. Be very careful. Watch your fingers. It's got a big seed in it. So you just pull it apart. Get that big seed out. It pops right out again. Watch your fingers. Well, that one's not cooperating.
Twist.
I tried and it didn't twist out. All right, so we're just going to dig it out a little bit. Our seed. Sometimes they don't cooperate as well as others. But you just scoop the meat out from the inside. This we're going to slice up a little bit. We've got lots of great recipes for avocados too. There. Slice it up a little bit. A couple of slices on our black bean soup. And there you go. A delicious, super, super nutritious, high protein food that's very cost efficient and versatile. I hope you enjoy it.